SPACY by Takashi Ito. Takashi?
Okay, so we've both seen this movie before.
Yep.
We watched it just because we wanted to.
Yep.
Holy crap.
It is a 10-minute short film.
We highly recommend you watch this if you have not. This does come with a seizure warning.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Don't watch
I was gonna say
if
that.
If that affects you, or if you do not enjoy visual experiences that will make you motion sick.
Yeah, and if you're epileptic,
Yes.
obviously, do not please avoid this movie at all costs.
If you do enjoy very roller coasters of visual stimuli,
and mind trips.
This is a great film to watch. It was made in the dates that it says in the film is 1980 to 1981.
Yeah, it's so cool that
he
specifies how long he took to make this movie, which is a year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could have been like November to February.
That's
so. I mean, like the fact that he says 1 year is saying a little bit, but I don't know. I personally want to do more research on this film because this is one of my favorite avant-guard short films.
It's up there.
I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Personally. Yeah.
It's so weird because I find that most of my favorite things in film, they tend to have some form of emotion, and something this cold and clinical usually would not hit me so hard.
Yeah, same.
But this film just does it.
Yeah, this film plays with perception mostly, but it's all about playing with how film works.
How film works,
and how you
space.
see, but how you see the film.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's called SPACY, but it's like space and film. That's the experimentation that's going on here.
Yes, and this is the director's first movie.
Yeah.
And he has plenty of other short films that we have not seen, but we will get to.
And you can watch it in YouTube. So if you want to see it, and you don't, I mean, it is a little low quality, but I mean, it's
worth it. Yeah, that's how we watched it the first time.
It's still worth it.
Yeah, So it's just search up SPACY, SPACY.
Yeah.
Title of the video.
We can put the link in the description.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah. Also, this is not. This does not star Kevin Spacey in any way. Just you have to throw that out.
Kevin Spacey is now a cat, and he goes around all along a gym and on his Spacey adventures.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do.
That's a 9 Lives reference.
Okay. If you haven't seen it, watch it. We're gonna do spoilers.
Yeah.
Now.
Spoilers.
Okay.
Oh,
careful. That's gonna hurt people's ears.
Yeah. I'll normalize it.
Yeah. Okay.
How do we talk about this? Oh, recommendations.
Oh yeah, sure. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if they're watching this and they're sticking along for this long, they have probably seen it. So.
Okay. Well, I'll still make some recommendations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean. Okay. In terms of avant-garde films, I would recommend La Jetée if you haven't seen it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't. I guess if you if you haven't seen the film, I won't explain why, or if you haven't seen but La Jetée, there was at least another one that I was thinking of, and okay, this is kind of a joke, but you know what would this be a really good pairing with?
What?
Alps. Alps starts in a gym. Imagine watching this film before the first shot of Alps.
That's actually pretty clever.
Exactly.
What other films are there in gyms?
Lanthimos.
Something. I know there's some Stranger Things stuff in it. Nah, that's not good enough.
Nah. Man, there was another avant-garde film I was thinking about. Man, I thought I had it figured out. There was something else that's Japanese that I wanted to recommend. Plays with space.
Okay. Well, if you think about it, you can mention.
Yeah, I guess we're in spoilers.
So this film plays with. The first thing it plays with how you see it, how you literally watch the film, and how. And I've never seen this is. It's so cool how it's almost algorithmic at how it plays out.
Yeah.
And from the first viewing, it's very clear how it works. And how it's presented to you.
Yeah.
And the unfolding of how it's presented to you is part of how it works, right? Mm-hmm. It starts with looking up at the ceiling, going around a circle, flashes to show you that these are a series of images, and then the series of images becomes moving images, but then we start going into images, and especially in this watching, made me realize and appreciate how difficult this was. Today you would cheat by doing all of this digitally. But the fact that he had to take every frame, print it out, or actually, I'm not sure if I feel uninformed here, if he printed it out and put it on a thing, or if he literally actually did digital work inside of the film itself.
I don't think he did digital work.
I don't think this is digital. I think this is all captured in camera.
Right.
That's what it seems like.
And
if that's the case, then this is an awesome achievement because it looks beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he had to take the right angle of the gym that he wants to start the next frame in.
Well, actually, I wonder if he might have made a lot of it backwards.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, just thinking about like how you have to make it. If you're going towards the image, and then you start at the image, you have to have that image before you can go towards it. So you have to do it before you take the other shot. So he might have had to shoot a lot of this film backwards. I'm wondering.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then once he had like a whole bunch of stock footage that allowed him later in the film to start repeating scenes and start mixing and matching and then changing the color and all the other stuff that happens.
Yeah. I thought a really nice touch was at the beginning, the first shots of the film we see are the gym spinning around, but we don't see the signs and then it became just about the pictures and going into pictures. Mm-hmm. And then I find the moment he decided to reintroduce the spinning gym to be very interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it just comes out, it comes out of the picture and it's about the gym itself.
Yeah, the first time I saw the spinning gym in this image, this viewing, it made me think, oh, is this a signifier for the ending? But it only happens for like a second.
Right.
So like it maybe builds that expectation and then immediately denies that.
Yeah.
Cool. And it does that in many, many ways and other ways.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It reaffirms the idea of playing with space because once you see the frames, the going into pictures for a long time, you forget how big the gym actually is because your perception of space is so warped by that point. So near the end, when I think so, when he finally spins around the gym, you realize that, oh yeah, this gym is still a finite space. And it also deals with because everything, you can argue that everything is on the same level of altitude. But with that spinning gym, it gives an aspect of height and vertical height.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I will say at least by the first 3 minutes, I have a very good sense of like the dimensions on, I don't know the specific term, but like on the horizontal plane. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he keeps on doing things.
Yeah.
Like when
I remember the very first time I watched it. It wasn't as strong as on a second viewing, just because that's just the nature of this film. But when the camera for the first time goes down, I remember like it's the same similar feeling that you're on a roller coaster. But it goes whoa. Yeah. Like this, I've never seen a film that has affected me visually this deeply.
Right. Yeah. And that's not just
and it's from the very first moment when it's like flash. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. No. Yeah, it's from the very first moment where like it's flashing images and you have an your retina's put an after image of what you just saw because it's a really bright image that's detailed with lines and stuff from the top of the gym. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, that's really cool. But I also feel like when the colors really start flashing, he kind of intercuts closer images of the picture frames.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you only barely see it, and I'm wondering. I did not catch it that strongly during our first viewing, and I'm wondering if it's because of the quality of the YouTube video. Yeah. Maybe. We were able to get a file of it.
Yeah, if you can get a file of this, what quality do we watch this now?
This was not that. There's still pixels.
Yeah, which I would love to see this in a theater. If you can, if there's any moment and any time in your lifetime that you can see this in a theater,
do it.
I know if I get that opportunity, I'll pay money. Yes. I will drive to ridiculous places.
Yes. Just to see SPACY.
To see this 10-minute roller coaster. Yep. Like it's akin to going to Disney World, literally, the physical experience of riding a roller coaster is very similar to this film.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's, I think I have to start putting this on my all-time films list. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be very high.
Yeah,
it'll be higher than World Tomorrow.
Really?
Yes, I think it's an all-time favorite.
Really?
Yes, I think so.
Wow.
For me.
Holy crap. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because World of Tomorrow is both of one of our also favorite
Yeah.
films. Okay, I have a hard time comparing short films to like long films, so I don't usually make that distinction. But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is Spacey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see where else he goes with his.
Yeah, this is the only film of his we've seen so far, so we definitely want to see more of his stuff.
There are 2 films on Letterboxd that are rated higher.
Yeah.
Than Spacey.
Ooh.
But those are still relatively early. I think as he went on later in his life, his ideas became, I guess, less immediately striking. So the ratings aren't as high. But I'd be willing to see everything.
Me too.
Yeah.
How big is his filmography from looking at Letterboxd? Do you remember?
Well, based on the folder I have of his films.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think he has around... There are 2 discs. The first one is 15 short films. And the second one is fewer, but I think the short films are longer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I find it, going back to the Spacey itself, it seems like he's much more interested in using blue and green as your main colors, and he only uses red mainly for the flashing purposes.
Which makes sense, because blue and green are much easier on the eyes. And then when they do come in, it's sort of like a sharp, attack on your vision.
Right.
Yeah.
I am reminded of police sirens, though. There's that really, when you see the red, you're just you're on alert mode. There's something about it that's just immediately striking, and it makes you even uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I for sure showed it to my other friends in my movie group once, and they did not like it just because of how...
Did anyone, like it at all?
Ethan appreciated it.
Okay.
Sarah was just that.
Okay. If this is not your cup of tea, I mean, you're not gonna like it.
I think it's worth watching once.
Yeah, it's worth watching once. Yeah, I definitely say that.
Yeah. Do you know who gave you that recommendation? Did you ask?
It's the most mysterious thing. It was not, what's her name?
Amy?
It was not Amy.
Or Xuan? Yeah. It appeared on his Letterboxd watch list out of the blue.
I had added it. You know what it might have been? What? I might have just been browsing Letterboxd haphazardly without, maybe I was half asleep.
Maybe it's Eli Hayes.
It could have been Eli's Hayes.
A shout out. Letterboxd friend.
It might have been on a list, and I saw it, and I was clicked on it for whatever reason, and I saw that it had really high ratings.
Yeah.
Or really raving reviews or something.
Right.
And then just put it on the watch list because it looked interesting. I have no idea. I don't have... What makes this more mysterious is I have no memory of this film. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that we watched it and it just blew our minds. It's a great... It's a very special place in our heart, this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will very rarely watch something that both of us have already seen. Unless we just really, really like it.
Right.
Yeah. And this is one of the few cases of that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. There's nothing else, unless there's anything else we want to say about it.
Not really.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to watch a Gian Zono film now.
I Am Keiko.
I Am Keiko.
I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, early Gian Zono film.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that'll be the next video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay. Cool. That's it.